This is a video review of the Power Man and Iron Fist comic pack from Hasbro. It's the Marvel Universe Greatest Battles. So, um, I picked this up in my local Target yesterday. Thank goodness. After I had picked up a Wave 15, this is the next thing that was on my list to pick up. So, after 2 weeks of looking for it, I finally found it. And I think I like it. But, like they say, the figures always look better in the package than they do out. Let's see what happens when we take them out. But for now, let me go into the consumer information. So I picked this up, like I mentioned before, at my local Target. I paid the luxurious price of $18.29. Ugh. There was a Target next to close to where I live that still had their comic packs at $14.99, but all they had was Sentry and Spider-Man. I went there today. Today is the Thursday the 6th, and they had this Power Man and Iron Fist comic pack, but they had raised their comic packs to $18.29. So it looks like if you've had any Targets that had like lower pricing, like this Target also had its Marvel Universe figures at $7.99, but then they raised them to $9.98. So every Target's getting ready for Christmas, and so should you. And they raised all the prices. So expect to pay about $18.29, or if I would have found this in Forbidden Planet, I would have paid the $22.99 I paid for the Spider-Man and Captain Britain pack. Now, the case ratio. The Target I checked today had one of each. So, I guess that's how many come in a case. I've never seen a case of these comic packs, so I don't know how big the box is. But that's it. If you see any Wolverine or Deadpool's left, you know you just missed out on Power Man and Iron Fist. Can you dig it? With the help of the strange, otherworldly fighter known as Iron Fist, Power Man has cleared his name of the charges that dogged him for years. Despite having nothing in common, the two men decide to form a partnership. Their decision is just in time, as a pair of deadly world-class assassins have the two heroes in their sights. Can you dig it, baby? Alright, so Power Man and Iron Fist. From what I know, Power Man was created from the blaxploitation craze of the 70s, and Iron Fist comes from the karate craze of the 70s also. Each character had their own comic book, and then they were merged into one powerful combo. Power Man, his real name's Carl Lucas. He was a prisoner in I think in Strikers, which is the Marvel version of Rikers. I guess they can't use the name. So he volunteered. They told him, "Look, you volunteer for this experiment. If it works, we'll let you go." And he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna do it." So he did it. He did the experiment, and it gave him. I think his main power is impenetrable skin, and I guess he's a little bit stronger than the regular human. All I know is that he's impenetrable to bullets, and he decided to wear a tiara and a yellow shirt with yellow pirate boots. Good for you, man. Currently, I think he's part of the new Avengers, even though he dropped the name Power Man. There's some other dude, some Hispanic dude running around with the costume calling himself Power Man, and he's working, I think, with Iron Fist or with the Wasp, which is Hank Pym. But in the meanwhile, Luke Cage got married to Jessica Jones, and they had a baby. At the end of Secret Invasion, it was revealed that the little baby might be a Skrull, but I haven't checked up on Wikipedia or finished reading any of the comics with Luke Cage in it to find out. But out of the two characters, out of the combo that is Power Man and Iron Fist, I do like Cage more than Rand. Um, so let's go with Iron Fist. Danny Rand, he was a he's like a rich kid. For some reason, he decided to go like to Nepal or to like some mountains and to practice karate. And he learned, I think, it was to get the power of the dragon in his fist, and he learned like this martial art thing, and wow, he became martial artist. He's a rich guy, so he set up his investigations as as you can tell by the bio. They're the heroes for hire. Danny's in charge of the company, and Cage is his partner. I know that sometime in the 2000s, I think his dad took over the comic, um, but that's about it. Iron Fist is in the Marvel Universe. I think he's going to be part of the new Defenders group because I picked up a poster at my local comic book shop. But other than that, I don't know much about what's happened with the life of Danny Rand, Iron Fist. That's it for the history. Because the combo is called Power Man and Iron Fist, let's go with Power Man first, who's using Thor's base. So, Power Man, he has a ball jointed neck with an up and down hinge. Can move look side to side, but as you can see, there's some unpainted elements on the joint on his neck. He has a mid torso joint, so let's move up and down like that, and side to side. Has a waist joint. Has a ball shoulder with a swivel bicep and some orangey paint. He has a 1 point. There's no way to test for this before buying the figures. If you don't mind the loose legs, which is probably going to be on all of them, then go ahead and buy it. Any negatives of Power Man, I think if you're a paint guy, if you're like crazy about paint, this extra orange paint on the yellow plastic is probably gonna bug you a bit. I don't care. There's some slop in here in his collar, but I just wanted a tiara wearing Power Man, so I'm glad that we got him, even if he has these weird arms. But it's a new upper body because these elements are sculpted, which is all right. So it's a new upper body. and a new figure. It's not like a reuse. I'm sure part of Danny Rand is a reuse, but I don't find anything wrong with Luke Cage. He came out of the package well. His legs or any other part of him isn't coming off. If these guys like first appearance Wolverine, they have a part of your collection that they could fit in. Like Luke Cage isn't gonna look normal next to Commander Rogers in this outfit because this is not the way he looks. It's his iconic look, but it's not the way he looks. So if you're a fan of Marvel, I would recommend you get this. If you like Power Man and Iron Fist, I and you already got the Iron Fist from the previous waves and the Power Man from Series 2, then don't get this. If you don't feel like you need to get it, don't get this. Some $18 that could be spent somewhere else. So I'm gonna end the review with saying that this is a good duo. I like them, and if you like them, I would recommend you pick them up too. This is Aries 0083 with this review. Thanks for watching. Hit like if you like, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Thanks for watching. Bye. If I'm not able to find Archangel at near Comic Con, I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with this promotion. It's valid till January 31st, 2012. So I just gotta go to marvel.com Archangel and get my exclusive Archangel so I can complete my X Force.